role was more like a director for the book. I had to think about what creative direction we want to take with the book, using different papers and what type of product approach we want to do.
At the beginning, we knew very little what the Sky as a game would become. We would sketch something on a scrap piece of paper, small sketches, and it's the accumulation of all those that makes up the final product.
We really wanted to invite the reader to almost have a seat at the table. The game took over 7 years. There were a lot of highs and lows, so they would actually experience emotionally almost some of those decision-making processes with us.
I really want this book to inspire future gamers and also the artists that wants to get into the game industry when they make their own games or when they try to tell their own story.
Hello everyone, welcome to SkyFest, our celebration for Sky's 5th anniversary. I'm sure you're familiar with this icon, the Sky application icon, and I'm curious how many of you have seen this icon. If you have seen this icon before, please ping with a green smiley face. Wow, look at that. Thank you for supporting us over 3 years. How many of you have seen this icon? Please ping it with a pink heart. And thank you for supporting us over 5 years. For those players who join us since Skylight awaits and join us in the Sky Beta community, thank you for helping us correcting the bugs and giving us very useful suggestions. Without your help, Sky wouldn't be the game it is today. When we launched Sky in 2019, we didn't know how it would be received. Sky is a very different type of game and experience. We weren't sure that the player would understand the world we created because it's quite abstract and would want to spend time in it. We were delighted to quickly learn that our concerns were misplaced, as there was a whole world of people who want to express themselves and hold hands while sprawling over the sky, and of course, to run around in circle and honking. Without your support, that game company and Sky would not have been where we are today. 20 years ago, after a storm in Los Angeles, I was really impressed by the beauty of the Amplehead cloud and want to make a game about flying in the clouds. Our professor suggests that the main character of this game should be a child. Without any real experience working with children, I channeled my own childhood memory and accidentally captured many honest emotions into the interactive fairy tale game, Cloud. Many players from around the world were touched by the story and wrote letters to encourage us to start a commercial game company. They want the society to realize video games are not just about violence and addiction. It can touch people and make their life better. Video games can be art and explore the human condition. With players' kindness and generous support, we were blessed with bountiful courage, and before we graduated, we founded that game company in 2006. Though our company started in a small office incubated under Sony, we have big ambitions. We want to push the boundaries of what video games can make players feel emotionally. We launched Flow in 2007, a video game haiku about tranquility, and Flow, the psychology state. With unlimited cup noodles and many late nights, our second game is launched in 2009. Flower is a video game poetry about urban bustle and natural serenity. In 2009, we went on a trip to Pismo Beach to look for inspiration. Little did we know it would take us 3 years of hard labor and love to create Journey, an allegory of life and death, and our first attempt to connect two players online with a genuine emotional connection. 6 years and 3 games after the initial founding, that game company is finally ready to take on an original inspiration and to make a video game about children flying in the clouds. We wanted to see if we can create an online game that evokes humanistic values and highlights the positive side of humanity, compassion, and generosity. 18 years later, TGC's mission has still not changed, which is to prove video games can be a major form of art to the society. Our mission is to tell timeless interactive stories that connects players worldwide through positive emotional experience appealing to all ages. Our team has prepared a video that allows us to look back at what we've experienced since the launch of Sky. I hope you enjoy.
At that game company, we treat games as an art form. Today, many of us play games alone. But we believe games is a medium that can bring people together. And that's exactly what we are going to do with our new game, Sky. This screenshot comes from Journey, and what I want to say is that thank you for sharing a part of your life journey with us. The 5 years since 2019 is beautiful, and we are honored. Looking at the past 5 years, Sky has indeed come a long way. We have made 3 major breakthroughs throughout the 5 years. And first, we have made a major breakthrough on the platform reach. We grew from Sony PlayStation 3 to iOS, Android, Nintendo Switch, and PC Steam platform. The number of players has grew from 10 million players to what we didn't even expect, 270 million players worldwide. Second breakthrough is from the emotional accessibility. We wanted to make a game that could be played not just by the hardcore players, but also children and elderly. We try to bring emotions that is more friendly to non-gamers, and really see the demographics of our player grew into territory that is rarely seen in the console game business. Today, we have over 70% of players being female. And our third breakthrough comes from server capacity. We started our multiplayer experience back in Journey with a peer-to-peer one-on-one experience. We don't even have a server. And then we come to the beginning of Sky, where we launched in 2019. We can only host up to 8 players in each game room. Through the years of
technology advancement, we have pushed our server to be able to handle up to a Guinness record-breaking 10,061 player. And we'll continue pushing the capacity to connect more people together and allow them to share emotional experiences over the internet worldwide. Looking into Sky's future, we like to focus on features that will deepen the connections of the Sky players to better express oneself to the other. The game today has many systems that allow players to communicate and express themselves, but we would like to push more. For example, we just launched Season of Nesting, and it is an upgrade to the existing shared space system. Just within this one season, we've already heard many requests from our player wanting to do more with the furnitures and their nest. They want to colorize the furnitures, and they want to purchase each individual furnitures at a single price, and then later upgrade the limit of how much they can place in the room. And they want to send a QR code to a friend or a follower when they are streaming to join their room. And these are the features that we are actively developing right now. And what we're also designing, this is before we develop, we're designing is to figure out how to upgrade the nest. How do we expand the nest in the future? Many players who invited their friends to spend time at their nest are expecting to have mini games so they can engage and play with their friend within the nest. So we are designing mini games that would fit well with the world of Sky and would provide the players quality times with their friends. And the last thing, but not the least, we would like to, in the future, to give the home editing a co-op experience where you can invite your best friend and edit the nest together with your friends. Now we're going to talk about shared memory and the recorded performance of our player. As of now, you probably have already seen us broadcasting as TGC staff members in the game. What you may not have realized is instead of broadcasting like last year where Aurora can play in the stadium and meet with 10,000 players, today the broadcasting can actually be replicated in all stadiums and all SkyFest villages. And the entire server will be able to see what we are doing as a player. And this is an ability that we plan to give not just to the TGC staff members, external IP collaboration partners, but also to the players themselves. Imagine we will see live broadcasting players doing a piano performance in the most popular place in Sky. Second part, as we are working on the broadcasting technology, we have to stream the players' recordings. And in upgrading the server and the way we store data, we also can make the shared memory last a lot longer, much longer than 30 seconds, where you couldn't even finish a whole song. And besides these two features we're actively working on, we are also designing how to let the player to leave offline messages to their friends, even if they are not online. And when they log in next time, they can see the recorded memories that you have created for them. Multiplayer shared memories is also the next on the list. Sometimes it is more funny or more interesting if you can leave a shared memory with 2 characters or up to 8 characters. Because we can now stream shared memory and make a very long memory, we can also make multiple memory from multiple players coming at the same time. So if we want to create an improv acting episode, this should become possible in the near future. And once we have accomplished all these different designs, then we will be working on multiplayer live broadcasting so that the entire game room of up to 8 players can be seen by the entire server. And the last part, Sky's outfits and instruments are one of the most important things our players care about. And we are also hearing quite a lot of requests to make them even more versatile for self-expression. Right now, because of the nesting, a lot of players are saying, can I not only just wear a clothing, an outfit on my body, but also hand outfits in my nest? And don't worry about that. We are definitely going to support for players to display their collections. Because of the colorization of the furniture we're doing in the beta server, our player was wondering if we can customize and colorize the outfit. So we are still in the discussion and research on how we could support that in the near future. Another popular demand from the community is to be able to carry more than one item.
Player wants to be able to take photos with the in-game camera and play instruments and potentially chat with a new stranger. And the team is still discussing, but we are interested in supporting that possibility in the future. And the last one is for player to be able to not dress up as a Sky Kid, but also dress up like the spirit as you have met them. With all these additional features, we believe the player can have much more nuance to express themselves, either in real time or asynchronously. Many of our players spend more than an hour playing Sky every day, and it has become a hobby or sometimes a habit of life. And we realize it's not just a storytelling game with emotions. It also becomes a public space where many people spend a lot of time repeating the same thing. And we want to make sure the player is having their time well spent in the world of Sky. In the past 6 months, we've been doing a poll among our community members, collecting feedbacks and suggestions. What is the most highly voted quality of life improvements? I'm here to share with you that in the upcoming 26.5 build, which is the build after this, we'll have 3 major improvements based on the player's vote. First, we would like to give the player a toggle where they can automatically skip all the cutscenes, so if they're going on a candle run, they don't have to keep pressing the skip button. Second, as player collect more emotes over time, it becomes difficult to locate a rare emote you don't use very often, and it could miss the right timing to express yourself. Many players ask for idea to customize a favorite emote bar, so you can now create your favorite emote collections and summon them in the fastest way. It took us a long time to support this because we have all these new platforms and each one of them has a different interface. From the initial touchscreen on iPhone and iPad to the controllers from the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch, and now with the mouse and keyboard on PC. We were finally able to support all the platforms and have a unified design that should work across all the different input devices. And third, when we first started Sky, we thought player would have a couple dozen friends and at maximum maybe having a few hundred. But we have definitely run into players who have hundreds and sometimes thousands of friends and has no space in the constellations. And some of the players are asking us to support functions like removing the friends from the constellation instead of blacklisting. With many changes on the backend database and the input from the UI, we're finally able to support this feature where a player can quote delete a friend from the constellation, free up the space without blacklisting, and later, if they want to, they can find that person they deleted and using a candle to light them up. And then they would be offered an option to renew the friendship. Therefore, the huge number of candles they invested in the friendship would not require to be reinvested. And you can continue the relationship that you deleted if you choose to undelete them. And these green ones are the features that's coming in the very next build, and they are currently already being tested in the beta build. And the yellow ones are the features we are actively developing right now. We are working on an offline messaging system for your friend. We're trying to reduce the repetitiveness of Candle Run by offering more variety of activities you can do and different quests and different engagement that you do during the Candle Run. And we're working on better way to connect and meet friends, having more options to join them. We're also working on a way to create reasons for a player to revisit old maps. And that has been quite the complaint from many players that they are not going back to these amazing maps they used to go to when the season was active. Where there are more features that's currently being developing, the solution is actually the same, which I will talk about in the next section. I want to show these brown text. These are the features that we want to develop, but is currently not having the bandwidth to deal with, but we will work on them right after this. We want to add a automatic translation features beyond the single tap translations. We want to add an easy way to find daily quests in the map. And we would like to give your closet and your outfit closet particularly an organizational improvement. And there are more features that our player voted and that's currently being considered. And now I'm going to talk about the next major things, and this is going to be one of the largest change to the game.
and we would like to reshape the relationship design of Sky. Sky is a social game, and it has a very unique dual consent required relationship system that no other game is incorporating. It has been the same since we launched it since 2019. And after 5 years of developing Sky, we felt it is a time to give it an upgrade. First, I will show you a video from our designer, Morgan. He will talk about the very first step about our new change to the relationship design, and which we call the Relationship 2.0.
You probably didn't know it, but these spirits, they know each other. They go way back. I wouldn't call them besties per se, but they're close. They hang out. Hello and welcome to another developer update. My name is Morgan, and today I'm excited to celebrate SkyFest by sharing a bit about a project we're internally calling Relationship 2.0. Sky is a huge world, full of 5 years worth of beloved spirits. Through these spirits and your Sky Kids, we've been able to share tales of earnest connection, youthful wonder, of quiet contemplation, and of coming together to stand against the encroaching darkness. But what happens to the spirits after their seasonal stories draw to a close? Recently, we've brought some spirits back to participate in different Days of events. Players may recall seeing some of their favorite characters return for Days of Fortune, Days of Gloom, and so on. Now with Relationship 2.0, we're excited to go deeper and share more with players about spirits that have helped shape the world of Sky. Now please keep in mind that Relationship 2.0 is still very much in development, and some of the things we talk about today will likely end up changing at least a little bit as we continue testing with our wonderful crew of beta testers. Now with that disclaimer out of the way, let's talk about daily quests. Have you ever wondered who's giving you these quests every day?
Yeah, face the crew. That's great, but what if they hug the crew?
Well, wonder no longer. When the first iteration of Relationship 2.0 hits live servers, players will begin receiving daily quests from spirits in Aviary Village. These daily quests will serve as opportunities for us to tell new bite-sized stories about the world, and for players to help out and get to better know the various spirits who call Sky home. The spirits will have some familiar requests, as well as some brand new ones that explore their personality and their relationships with each other and with the world. We're taking care to ensure that while adding flavor and story, we're not causing the daily quests to feel any longer than they do now. Before players can dive into all the exciting new activities that spirits will have to offer, they need to go out into the realms and build those relationships. Given how much Sky has grown in the last 5 years, we'll be making it easier than ever to locate the spirits and to experience their stories. Players will be able to stop by the outdoor counter area of the recently added cafe near the tunnel in Aviary Village. There they can learn about and they can locate any unmet spirits. This first rollout is just the beginning. Relationship 2.0 is what we're internally referring to as a core project, which means that it will continue to receive development for months to come. Thank you so much for joining us for another developer update. We hope you all enjoy SkyFest, which is live now in-game, and as of this video's release, in Tokyo. It's been an incredible first 5 years, and we're excited about what's to come. We'll see you in the skies.
Relationship 2.0 might seem to be a quite simple change, where the quests are given to the player by the spirits. It actually has a quite different impact in the long run. Because if the quests are coming from the spirit, it will reveal more lore of these spirits, their relationship with each other, their background stories, and as you complete these quests, you level up the trust with the spirits. With more trust level unlocked, you should unlock unique reward beyond what we have offered in the game so far. And because we have to make the activity fit with the story of the spirits, inevitably we would add new types of the daily quests, which can add variety to the daily activities and make it less repetitive. Relationship 2.0 isn't a way just for us to think how player would change their relationship with the spirits, but also with each other. With the new relationship system redesign, we would like to make some changes to how the player-to-player relationship tree works. I believe you've all started playing the season of Duet, and in which we have added a new multiplayer ability. Because the tree of the friendship is already filled from bottom up, we have to put this ability to very high tiers
which is supposed to be only available for the intimate close friends. However, the very activity of bowing down and at the end of a performance should be an ability that belongs to a lower tier. And we realize that fact that there is actually more activity for you to do when the relationship is not as close. And we would like to change the shape of the tree so that more lower tier emotes can be added without the player needing to increase the trust level. And there should also be a very different way to grow the relationship tree. I'm pretty sure after 5 years, many of the friends you have, the relationship tree looks identical. What we would like to see or improve for Relationship 2.0 is to create different type of trees based on the unique experience you shared with each individual friends. With the tree have unique shapes, we also expect to have unique quests that will be available among friends. Imagine if we have unique quests on the friendship trees that will be activated based on events and seasons. And if you complete a special quest during a special event, you would earn a special trust level, and that could unlock a unique friendship ability that will differentiate your relationship with the others. We believe this would really make a positive change to what is already working great between the players. Really create a variety and unique memories between the players for the long term. Now let's talk about IP collaborations. Yes, we will have more IP collaborations. I'm sure at this point you have experienced season collaboration like Little Prince, Aurora, and the Nine-Colored Deer. You probably have also seen a smaller event collaboration like the Sanrio characters. However, we are currently talking to 5 other collaborations. Some of these collaborations are already deeply in production and that will soon come to see the world. Some of them are in the long-term planning. And I would like to talk about one collaboration that is not even part of these 5 collaborations. Sky the Two Embers is an artistic animated series explores the subjects of loss and resilience of the human spirit with no dialogue. It is the story about 2 orphans living at the edge of darkness, struggling to survive, learning that the only way to heal themselves is by helping the others. I'm going to show you a trailer we used at the PC launch to remind you the story of one of the characters. And that is a very important part of the early life for the character. We call this character the Dusk Ember. And we have a second character which is called the Dusk Ember. And the 2 of them form the 2 embers. And today I would like to share the trailer for the Dusk Ember. And here it is. With the Dawn Ember and the story of the Dusk Ember, we formed the story of the two Embers. And yes, we would like to do a seasonal collaboration with the two stories. It will be coming as 2 seasons in 2025. And hope you would enjoy learning the stories beyond the animated series and get to know more of each of the characters and to be a companion experience with the animated series. And I would like to share one footage with you that is from the very end of the first episode from the Dusk Ember.
Do you want to say more? Okay, now let's talk about the summary. Today we talked quite a lot of things about the future of Sky. We mentioned that we will deepen the connections and let players express more with each other. We want to improve the quality of life of everyday Sky experience, and we want to reshape the relationship between the player and the spirits, and also player and player. And of course, with IP collaboration, we talked about the two Embers, the animated series, and the upcoming collab in the 2025. And that's quite a lot to unpack, and there are more features and content to come in the future. And that's everything. Thank you for attending this keynote today. Oh, actually, there's one more thing. We mentioned when we first announced SkyFest that there have to be a super secret announcement, and it's now time to share it with all of you. It's been a year of special visitors to Sky, and we have just one more to help us wrap up 2024. Well, we invited a character from another world into Sky. It's important to us that they and their stories are spiritually aligned with Sky's value. We have a lot of discussions internally over the years about moving, and are excited to finally be able to welcome them and share an original story that only Sky can tell. If you are interested in learning more, we will do another panel deep dive into the Moomin collaboration live in Japan this week. We're planning to upload the video later and for everyone to be able to enjoy. And for now, I would like to officially announce the IP collaboration between Sky and Moomin. And the season of Moomin would come Q4 this year. That's going to do it for the keynote this time, for real. We are so grateful for all of your support over the years. And to be in a position to host an event like this, both offline and online, wherever you're watching from, we hope you have an amazing SkyFest full of fun, friendship, and fun memories of all that we've experienced together. Thank you, and we'll see you in Sky. Bye-bye.